so I'm kind of down with that. But I don't know much more outside of that, so yeah, we'll see. Oh, I'm happy to wait and see. Um, but yeah, today I wanted to try because I still wanted to do Ironsworn. I still wanted to do an RPG, and I figured I might as well still do it in the world we built. Um, but I figured, why don't we take a look and try the solo rules for Ironsworn? So let's do that. I think. And on the new Xbox as well, like you say, yeah, it's kind of it's a PC, right? It is a lot like a PC, um, which isn't a bad thing because essentially all consoles really are PCs with standardized components, so you know that everyone you're playing against is using the same spec. Not a bad thing. Um, but yeah, so let's try it. I'm gonna make a new character. I'm gonna make a new character. Um, and we're gonna see how this game plays solo. We're gonna use the same world as the one we built last time for our co-op, which is we will be getting back to the co-op because that game is fun. But for now, I'm gonna go through and I'll mention some things about the world we built together in the last session, just in case you guys anyone watching hasn't already seen or needs a reminder. So, our world, the old world, the world we came from, the sickness moved like a horrible wave across the old world, killing all in its path. Thousands fled aboard ships, however, the plague could not be outrun. On many of the ships, the disease was contained through ruthless measures, tossing overboard any who exhibited the slightest symptom. Other ships were forever lost. In the end, those who survived found the Ironlands and made it their new home. Some say we will be forever cursed by those we left behind. And in our world, that curse is somewhat more literal. And we'll get to that. Iron, the weather is bleak. Wind and rain sweep in from the ocean. The winters are long and bitter. One of the first settlers complained, only those made of iron dare live in this foul place. And thus our land was named. And inscrutable metal pillars are found throughout the land. They are iron grey and smooth as riverstone. No one knows their purpose. Some say they are as old as the world. Some, such as the iron priests, worship them and swear vows upon them. Most make warding signs and hurry along their way when they happen to come across one. The pillars do not tarnish. Even the sharpest blade cannot mark them. And before we were in these lands, before the Ironlanders, which is us, even before the Firstborn, other people lived here. Their ancient ruins, made of iron, so strong even our best ironsmiths cannot dent it, are found throughout the land. The remains of these people are those we call the Broken, a savage tribe knowing little but anger. Communities are few in number in this accursed land. Most have rare contact with anyone outside their own small steading or village, and strangers are viewed with deep suspicion. The sickness still lingers, and we are ever watchful and merciless to those who exhibit its symptoms. Leaders are our healers, shamans, clerics, and others professing to know the healing arts hold power. What that looks like varies between communities. Our defense supplies are too precious and the land too sparsely populated to support organized fighting forces. When a community is threatened, the people stand together to protect their own. The healing caste will seek out those with skill and force them to join them. Magic is available to most people, but the taboo against its use is strongly enforced, and a mistake in its use can bring about death. The further north we travel, the stronger the world's connection to magic. The more we risk not only encountering more magical beasts, but also the plague. The gods were real once. Our plague brought about their demise, and for the murder of the gods we served, we suffer. The Firstborn live in isolation and are fiercely protective of their own lands. Ironlanders fear the day they decide we are no longer welcome here. Their land is civilized and well built. They hold us at bay with the impassable wall that is the Veiled Mountains. And that's one change we made to the world. Normally in a game of Ironsworn, this up here is the Shattered Wastes or something like that. We've made it to like the larger continent, the continent that continues north, is inhabited by the Ironborn, the Firstborn, and they're like quarantining us and subjugating us down in this ravaged peninsula. Beasts of all sorts roam the Ironlands. They dwell primarily in the Reaches, but range into settled lands to hunt. They often prey on cattle, but attacks on travelers and caravans, even settlements, are not uncommon. Horrors. The dead do not rest in the Ironlands. At night, we light torches, scatter salt, and post sentries at the gate. It is not enough. They are coming. The Ironborn, indeed. And we... so far, we have number 1, which is Fool's Fall, which is the town from which... Let me get our minor maths characters' names, because now there's going to be an extra character roaming around here. So the town from which Bastian and Fanir came. I'll save that, and I'll update this with whatever we create for this character. And with that, let's do that. So, first of all, we need a name, which is why I've got myself here. We've got our Ironlander names, and once again I have no idea, so I'm gonna roll, and we're gonna randomly generate a name. So let's go /r 1d100 for our first name. 100. Talus. I almost like that as I'm going to use that as my last name, I think. Something Talus. I like that as a last name. And /r 1d100 again. 18. May Talus. All right, sure. Let's go back to the character creation chapter. Let's go page 31. Here we go. So I actually have a little bit more of an idea for this character than I had for the last one. So what I'm thinking is that this character belongs to a group of mercenaries or sellswords or warriors that essentially their job is to put down the sick, right? We travel from town to town, doing odd jobs as we pass, helping where we can, but our core quest in the back of our mind is to eliminate all of the sick from this land, to end the plague. So we've built our world. So I've gone through that. We've got our name, and then we have 5 stats given in value from 1 to 3. We need a 3, 2 2s, and 2 1s. And I'm thinking that this character, I kind of want this character to be more of a like an archer, like more ranged, because my other one is a fighter with a spear, right? So probably a bow for this character. So we'll put our edge to 3. And I also want them to be a little bit more like be able to see people a little bit better. Like I don't really want us to be that good in a fight, right? Our close combat skill isn't really that hot, which is why I'm going to take a companion. We're going to have a friend along with us as one of our assets. So I'm kind of thinking that we'll put 2 in shadow as well, and maybe leave that. So we have our 3 in edge, which is quickness, agility, and prowess in ranged combat. A 1 in iron, which is physical strength, endurance, aggressiveness, and prowess in close combat. So if we get in close combat, we're in trouble. We get a 1 in heart, so courage, willpower, empathy, sociability, and loyalty. We get a 2 in shadow for sneakiness, deceptiveness, and cunning. And a 2 in wits for expertise, knowledge, and observation. We need a bit of a hunter, a rogue. The Yakuza games are a level of ridiculousness, Quack. That can be sure. Okay. Health. So we set all of our trackers to +5, which I think we should all be on. Supply is at 5 as well. Yes. Yep. And our momentum should start at 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So we should start our first session with 2 vows. A long-term goal, a background vow. And that one's got to be eliminate all showing signs of the plague. And an inciting incident. Let me... You know what? Let's actually look. It says you'll find quest starters in chapter 4, your world, and chapter 5, foes and encounters. So let's have a look to see what they think about like a quest starter for our world. So I'm pretty sure it's based off. Okay, all right, this might work. Where did we start the last game? In the flooded lands? Okay, let's start in like I want to start over here, like the rugged coast. Or actually no, let's start in the Barrier Isles. Whereas there it is. Features crashing waves and treacherous currents, jagged rocks hidden beneath the surface, snow-dappled cliffs jutting out into sea, low curls, ferocious winds, gliding seabirds. The islands are sparsely populated by Ironlanders, mostly fisherfolk who brave the surrounding waters. Their settlements cling to narrow, rock-strewn shores or lie on high overlooks. At night, the dim lights of their fires and torches glimmer pitifully against the wild, storm-tossed sea. Quest starter, here we go. The spectral maiden appears at the bow of your ship, offering to guide you safely through the storm. For a price. What does she demand of you? Alright, I like that. That's our inciting incident. I'm gonna... I really wish all character sheets had a notes section. I'm just gonna put it in here for now, I guess. Do I have to give myself this character sheet to be able to change that? Probably. I was probably just looking in the wrong spot. So I'll put that in there for now. That's our inciting incident. I'll put maybe our inciting incident here is lost at sea. Lost at sea. Okay. Back to characters. Where are we? Go back to vows? No. 31. No, it isn't 31. Okay, let's just go back to the table of contents and I'll use that. Here we go. Alright, what does it say about vows? Vows. You start your first session with 2 vows: a long term, your background vow, and an immediate situation which must be dealt with. You're inside it. So your give it a rank and go on your character sheet. More information is starting vow, see 195. So here we go. Create your character. So we've built our character. Pretty sure. We've done that. Mark your background vows. Give yourself up to 3 background bonds. These bonds may be to a community or an individual. You do not need to make a forge a bond move starting these bonds. Mark a tick for each bond on your character sheet. 1 tick per bond. You start blah, blah. If you'd rather jump right into play, you can flesh out details of your background bonds later. Consider these bonds held in reserve until you decide to bring them into your narrative. Mark 1 bond for your home village. You should envision an NPC and good glow friend. One if you know your formal life. It's a raider. Your 3rd bond. Okay, cool. So it says we should mark 1 for our home village. So let's figure out where that is. Let's go. We need to go to the oracles. Oracles. Here we go. All right. So we need we need to find out whereabouts this our home village is. Let's roll it. So 1d100. A 58. So our home village is in the Havens. Okay. Let's edit this. So number 2, right, is gonna be our home village, which is in the Havens. Let's get a name for it. Let's go settlement name. Here we go. Roll another D100. Oops, that's not a D100. /R, oh my god. There we go, 67. So it is a word in an old world language. Okay, another one. 31. It is Essus. What does Essus mean? What does Essus mean? I don't know. I need to think of that. So this is May's hometown. And what do we know about this place? Put in brackets. What does Essus mean? All right, let's. Is there like a location descriptor here somewhere? Here we go. Let's roll a couple of those. So Nessus is 48. Mystical. Ooh. So maybe mystical. Maybe Essus has something to do with like mysticism. Let's get another one. Exposed. So we have no town wall. And one more. Why not? 12. Diverse. Okay, sure. Diverse. Maybe. Okay, maybe Nessus, Essus Essus was the name of a school of magic back in the old world. All right, sure, cool. And then let's roll up a person as well. So, what I've done, I don't think we've properly set it up yet, but I'll show you. I've also realized that I put my camera like right in the way of being able to see any rolls I make. So let me fix that. Can I? Okay, I can just drag this now. Let's just go up top here. Not best place, but like it'll do. Okay. So let's roll this. So our companion, because I'm gonna take companion as an asset. So this is literally this is a person who's going to be with us. So let's take a look at. I guess we can add a handout and make this the companion asset card. I thought I downloaded all of them. Give me a second. Let me have a look. Cause I thought I downloaded all of the asset cards. Where would they be? Because they're just the ones that I cut out. So it's not them. Did I maybe not download them on this computer? Let me have a look. I've got them somewhere, and I wanna find them. Where is it? Here we go. Asset cards. This is what I want. Let's download this just quickly, just so I've got them, just so I can add companion in here. So this is assets. Mira is her name. And essentially, what this will do eventually, when I've no worries, man. What this will do, I haven't finished doing this yet, but it rolls for a name, and then it'll roll for her traits, a goal for her, and her role in the town. But I also misspelled role. That's fine. I don't think I actually set that up. But yeah, so this will eventually, once we input all the tables, this will give us everything we could possibly need to know about any character we come across in the setting. So that's gonna be cool. But for now, we have. I wonder, did I already upload? Because what's the asset called? Maybe I didn't upload it. Divination, dancer, cutthroat, communion, bondage. Nope. Blind, berserk, awakening, ogre, archer, animal kin. No, I don't think I did. That's a shame. Okay, whatever. I'll get them in a second. I'll add it. But this is Mira. Oh, apparently you are, Matt. Apparently you are. So yeah, I'm gonna so hello, Matt. Welcome to the chat. I'm gonna try some solo play in the same world, adding on to the same world. So we'll see. I'm starting on the opposite side of the map to where we did. So but all the choices we've made about the world are still here. But you couldn't play today, so I'm taking this into my own hands. All right, Mira. And what do we know about Mira, our companion. So she's gonna be the person who's actually with us. So this kind of, I might have to re-roll a couple of these if they don't make sense, because she's gonna be adventuring with me. So to some extent, she has to fit that. But let's find out what we know about Mira. 20. That one I might have to. That's hostile. I might have to re-roll that because that. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't think so. We fight back to back. I think if she was openly hostile to me, she would have killed me by now. So I'm gonna re-roll that. 61. She is quiet. Okay. As a descriptors. True. It doesn't have to be hostile to me. Okay. No. All right. Yeah. I'll keep it then in that case. All right. Hostile. She is generally hostile to others we come across. Okay. Sure. Quiet. She rarely voices her hostility, which works for me because I'll be the face of this party. Let's do one more. 83. She is apathetic. She is hostile but apathetic? What? Okay. Sure, woman. You are confusing. Is what you are. Apathetic, huh? Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. Let me see if the rest of those asset cards have finished. They have not. Right. Welcome back, Mr. Quack. All right. All right. Sure. So let's I guess if that's that's our 2 bonds. I might actually, you know what? Let's get one more bond. So asset mirror. And I'll finish writing that in a sec. And let's get another bond to another place in the world. And I'm thinking, so our starting, I'll read it again. Our starting little adventure key or whatever is: the spectral maiden appears at the bow of your ship, offering to guide you safely through the storm for a price. What does she demand of you? I'm thinking that we have just helped a community in the Barrier Isles, and now we're like heading back to shore when we get lost in this storm. So let's figure out what community we've just helped, and what we've helped them with. So let's figure that out. Let's get another place going. And actually, we should put down the number. I'm just gonna hide that for a second. So let's get another number. We need number 2. And this one was in the Havens? I've completely forgotten where we rolled this place to be. I think it was the Hinterlands, even. Did I write it down? I think it was the Hinterlands. So let's put it like, I don't know, maybe about here in the Hinterlands. Somewhere in the middle. And then let's make another. We need to make a third for the place we've just helped, and that's going to be in the Barrier Isles. So I'm thinking, where's like a larger island here? Like there in the Barrier Isles. So I'll zoom in so we can see. So up here. in the Barrier Isles is where this last place is. So let's get a name for it. Let's go. I kind of like this settlement name generator. So let's do it again. 1D100, so 8. So it's named after a feature of the landscape. Okay, I don't think any of those really make sense. So we need a feature of the landscape. That would relate to this island in the middle of the Barrier Isles. Do any of them make sense? Breakwater, Whitefall. I'll think about it. So we want a feature of the landscape. Envision what it is, what makes it unusual or distinctive. Okay, I'm kind of thinking there's a reef around it. So like it's difficult to get to this island because it has this kind of barrier reef. So let's call it White Reef. Come on. Bold. White Reef. Because the sea as it hits it is churned into the white spray. And hence we get White Reef. Unbold. A town on an island, surrounded by a barrier reef. Making it difficult for any but the... Is it called a draft, I guess? Shallowest. I think it's called a draft. Shallow... I need to look that up, because that's going to annoy me. Shallowest draft boat? What does that mean? Yeah, so that's like the hull. How deep it goes. Maybe the shallowest draft. Okay. Surrounded by barrier reef, making it difficult for any but the shallowest boats draft. Okay. And what did we help this place? I guess actually let's roll its descriptors first. I think we've gone past it. Yeah, here we go. So let's work out what this place is. So it's a 12, which is diverse, which is like our hometown. Diverse again, which I guess most places are. 4, remote, which makes perfect sense. Diverse, remotes, and last but not least, contested. Oh, okay. So there are some warring contested. There are some warring clans. Warring factions vie for control of this port village. All right, and how did we help these people? What problem did they have? Where are we? Settlement trouble. Let's figure out what trouble they had. 39. So they were dealing with raiders prey on the weak. Okay. raiders at the time May arrived in Whitereef. Raiders preyed upon the town, left near defenseless by the bickering and infighting of the rival factions. No, just in Whitereef. It should be capitalized though. How do we solve this problem for them? Is it simple? Maybe I'll ask you guys. Did we solve it simply? Like, did we just go and eliminate the bandits? Or was it something more complicated than that? Maybe we figured out that the bandits were being employed by one of the factions. I can't like that. So May discovered the bandits had been paid for by one of the leaders of the warring factions. She exposed this coward and threw him to the docks. So Whitereef is a town on an island surrounded by a barrier reef, making it difficult for any but the shallowest boats to draft. It is diverse, remote, and contested. Warring factions vie for control of this port village. At the time May arrived in Whitereef, raiders preyed upon the town, left near defenseless by the bickering infighting of rival factions. May discovered the bandits had been paid for by one of the leaders of the warring factions. She exposed this coward and threw him to the dogs. All right, cool. So that's we need to do assets. I think is the last thing we need to do for this character. Now we have our bonds, we have our starting vows. We go to 31. No, not in 31. I don't know why, because I think it's 31 in the book, like in the actual book, not the PDF. 31. Okay, so we are not debilitated yet. We have our background bonds, which we actually need to mark on our character sheet now. So we have 1, 2, 3 bonds. So we have a bond to what was her name? Myra, our honor-bound companion. I've definitely spelled companion wrong there. Honor-bound friend. Shh. A bond to Essex, our hometown, and bond to Whitereef, the town we helped protect against bandits. All right, cool. So the only thing we need to do now is our assets. So they provide both mechanical and narrative backgrounds. We have our cards, which I've started to add in. And I may select 3 assets when I create my character. So the first one, let me pull up our asset cards. I've already decided on the first one, which is Kindred, which is May or Mira. So Mira, Kindred, and I'll put in the picture of the asset card as soon as they finish downloading onto this computer. So we'll save that. So that's our first asset, which is Mira. Let's get another one, which is going to be our assets. And I'm thinking I think I saw one like Archer, something along those lines. It's a combat one, obviously. It's on a path, combat talent. Archer, here we go. If we wield a bow, when you secure an advantage by taking a moment to aim, choose your approach and add +1. Trust your instinct, roll +wit, take +2 momentum on a strong hit, or line up your shot, roll +edge, and take +1 momentum on a hit. Cool. So yeah, Archer, I'm down for that. And I don't have Archer in here just yet, do I? Unless, can I do this? Because I'm pretty sure Archer, I've already added Archer as a card, which means it should be here. Archer, can I? Yeah, I can. Awesome. Sweet. Archer. And our final asset, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure. Assets. Let's maybe have a look at. I think there was a path. Loyalist. When you aid your ally, add +1. Oathbreaker. Wow, Oathbreaker. So once you, so I guess some of these, I mean, I know some of these you can only get if you've done a certain thing. Yeah, okay. Where was the one that I'm thinking of? Ironsworn. Here we go. Of a leader or faction. Okay. All right. So maybe I'll probably get this once. Once we actually have a mechanical bond with the leader of our faction, because we work for someone, right? But I don't think we don't have a bond with them yet. Like Mira is not the leader of the guys we fight for. Okay, all right, we can get to that. Yeah, I mean that's honestly pretty perfect. We just need one more. We just need one more bond so we can take it. So we'll next time like we'll work towards getting a bond with our leader, and we'll take that because that's, I like that. Herbalist, infiltrator, maybe. Here we go. Pretender. I like that. So when you establish a false identity, roll +shadow. On a strong hit, you may add +2. When you make moves using this identity to deceive or influence others, roll a 1. If you roll a 1 on your action die when using your false identity, someone doubts you. Make the appropriate moves to reassure them or prevent them from revealing the truth. On a weak hit, as above, but add +1 instead of +2. Okay, yeah, cool. Let's take Pretender. Pretender. What if I say I'm not like the others? All right, cool, awesome. So that's our character. That's the things we can do. Like I said, I will add. Uh, where are we? I will just quickly add in these now. I think I have a thing on my desktop for this. Yes, I do. Ironsworn asset cards. Beautiful. Okay, so let's add in Kindred. Kindred. What foods do you have, Quack? Make me jealous, man. I'm pretty hungry, actually. I definitely wasn't smart enough to eat before starting this. And Pretender. Alright, cool. Reheated spaghetti. Let's say spaghetti gall. Spaghetti gall. Alright, sweet. Awesome. So this is us. This is May. May Talus. All right. So I mean we've got our starting scene, right? So let's I guess. Oh,